Thrilled to have my friend Delilah Cordova here. She is an experienced digital marketer. She is an expert in Kajabi, and she is an online course creator for entrepreneurs, which of course, as coaches, we are all called to be. And she is driven by her passion to help entrepreneurs grow their businesses. And she has created hundreds, thousands probably, of sales funnels for her clients, including me. And so Delilah, welcome. I'm glad you're here today.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. Well, so listen, here's what we're going to talk about today, because, you know, I know a lot of you have created trainings. You're out there in the market. You're working really hard. You've got a workshop that you love to give, or you do group coaching calls and so forth. And so I know you've been working hard on those, because I have too. And you've probably had people test it for you. You've done a little beta test, prayed that they'll pay you. Yep, I've been there too. And you know that you need to be working with new people, but you don't really know where to begin. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because Delilah is a master at helping people become visible in their market. And she's going to share with us 3 essential steps that we have to consider, or things we have to, 3 things we have to consider that are essential in order to pull our plans together and get the trainings and things that we have created to market. So, Delilah Cordova, say hey to the people, and it is all on you now.
Oh, it's all mine now?
It's all yours.
All right.
It over.
Like she said, hey everybody, my name is Delilah Cordova. I'm going to go ahead and get my screen share and stuff on, because I have a whole thing here. But I really would like to know what kind of coaches, I don't know if they're all strength-based coaches in here, but I would like to know what the different type of coaches that we have in here. And I would also like to know what type of strategy they're currently using for marketing, or, you know, at least lead magnets, courses, programs. I'd like to know those different type of things that they got going on.
Prayers, we could put praying in there, because that's we do a lot of that.
Praying.
Let me just ask this question. I do want to put this question out for everybody. How do you identify, what kind of coach do you identify yourself as? Let's start there.
There you go.
Joni is a people acuity and Gallup strengths coach. Debbie is a strengths-based coach. Largely, she gets her business through word of mouth. Chad is a strengths coach. I consider myself a strengths coach, but more, I'm a transformation coach and a mindset coach. And that would be how I would describe myself. Yes. Hey, Yanil, good to see you. So let's see, Kristen is a strengths and organizational development coach. She's also a speaker, public speaker. So we've got, you know, lots of people here who are familiar with strengths in some form or fashion, maybe using StrengthsFinder, maybe not. And I love what Joni Nelson has said. She says that word of mouth is how she gets her business, and it's just not happening fast enough. So I think, Joni, you speak for all of us. Chad Ahern wants to start offering a takeaway on his website. And that's exactly what we're going to cover today, I'm pretty sure. Delilah, would that be right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Exactly what we're going to be covering today. Cool. Yeah. So I just wanted to see where everybody was at to make sure that I can tailor some of this for a little bit as we go along here. Because when you say coaching, it can be so broad. And, you know, everybody has, like, I coach in digital marketing, and then, you know, Rhonda's strength-based, and then life coaching, holistic coaching, blah, blah, blah. There's so many different kinds of coaching. Mm-hmm. But the good news about what I have for you guys today is that you can take this coaching different type of funnels I'm going to show you, and you can implement them into your business, regardless of whatever coaching you're doing. So how does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So this is a part of my Become Visible and Empower Through Your Online Presence series. I'm going to be talking about the 3 essentials to creating a marketing funnel for your coaching business. And once again, my name is Delilah Cordova. And I specialize in, I keep always do that when I come on here with you, Rhonda. You make me nervous. But anyway, I specialize in 3 areas, creative strategy, project management tactics, and automated marketing systems. So if it's online, I can build it. There are, there's a lot of misconception when it comes to understanding what, because there's so many different, automation services, and all those different things are like, you have WordPress, you have ClickFunnels, you have Kajabi, you have lead pages, X, Y, and Z, everything else. Well, the thing is, you shouldn't be scared of all those different things, because at the end of the day, everything we see on the internet is HTML code on a page. So if you have an understanding of that, then you'll understand that you don't need to spend a ton of money in a whole bunch of different, as long as it does the functions that you need it to.
Yeah, if I can just speak for a second to that, I think that the issue is, we know it needs to be done. We see that it's out there, and we don't know how to put it together. We don't really, well, first of all, I can promise you, we don't have a strategy necessarily.
Right.
And we don't have it written down how we're going to do it. And I'm speaking mostly for myself, but I have a feeling that the rest of y'all may be in similar shape. And so also, it's that automated system that we can't even wrap our heads around. And then when we get inside of one, it's confusing and painful.
At the end of the day, the only thing we need the only thing you really need to do, wrap your mind around, is to understand that, these are website pages. So as long as you understand that, what pages you need, you can always outsource the work, have somebody else build it out. You can always, attempt to do it, but, you'll understand the basics of what you're looking for and what your funnel needs to do. And that's really important. And that type of digital marketing education is ultimately what coaches need to have. Just the basics. You don't need to know how to build it all out, but just to know what your business needs. Because when you get on a project with somebody, you don't want to be sitting there like, I know I need some type of funnel, but I don't understand what all I need. And and you say funnel, but you're underestimating how many layers of your funnel that you really need. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today.
That's awesome. I can speak for everybody. I think that we need to hear it. So
perfect.
Thank you.
This year, April 2019, it's going to be April 11th through the 14th. I am partner with the Charlotte Black Film Festival. I am running the Digital Village for that section, and I am still looking for authors, speakers, vendors, entertainers, anybody who would like to come out and join us for the Charlotte Black Film Festival. The Digital Village is a part of the festival, like it's in conjunction too, but we're going to have a nonstop stage. We already have Jane Powers, we have Microsoft, we have several different television, Revolt TV, WBTV, there's a few others that are coming into town to join us for this, and we have several other sponsors. Like, it's going to be a big deal. We're expecting a crowd of about 7K. So
wow.
This is definitely something that you would want to get a table at, or get on stage at, and get your voice out there. I have people coming in from San Diego just to get on this stage. So
awesome.
So it's a great place for exposure. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know.
Cool.
All right, now for the good stuff. If you guys want to go to connect.delilahcordova.com there, it's going to pull up my nice fancy schmancy business card. And it has, it'll take you to my portfolio, my group coaching course, which starts on 27th. I'll tell you guys more later about that. The free downloads is why that arrow's there. You guys will have access to this slide deck, plus the Facebook profile optimization PDFs and LinkedIn social media PDFs as well. And if you guys want to roll over to my marketing services site there, we have more freebies on that page too. So,
hey, guess what, everybody? Delilah's enrolling you in her marketing funnel, just FYI.
Yeah. But
see how that works?
But it's very valuable information, so
Absolutely.
don't get it. Dang it, Ron, I didn't give away my secrets. I even started.
Well, I mean, this is what we're talking about. She is awesome, Joni.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk about success secrets for coaches, right? And what you need to consider prior to building your sales funnel. All right, I've listed out here the 5 main problems that I see with my clients. So one is marketing without a plan or a budget will kill your business. And the worst people to talk to when you get on the phone and you're considering working with them and you're going to do a budget or going to, at least do something for them is people who are inconsistent with knowing what they want. One thing is their budget. It's really important that you set aside something, even if you're going to go completely organic with your marketing, which means no paid ad, no, you're not going to really do anything but, maybe Facebook posts or something like that. That's fine. But you want to make sure that you have a plan for that, because just throwing a Facebook post out on social media is not going to do it. It's not going to, overcome anything. And then, being inconsistent in your plan, and it's not going to do anything for your business. You're not going to get anywhere. So it's important that you plan and you budget. The worst thing you could do is call me and I say, okay, so what's your marketing budget? And then you go, well, I want to see what you come up with, and then I'm going to decide. I don't want to hear that.
No, I tried to pull that on you, probably.
You have. But the thing is that tells me that you don't have a real business to yourself. You're not, invested in your business, because people who are serious about their business have taken the time out to plan and budget for it. So this, that to me, I'll put it like, okay, so they consider this as a hobby, and I'll be like, all right, so this is a hobby for you. Come back when you're ready with a marketing budget, because I got to know how much you're willing to spend, and so I can tell you what I can offer you, right?
Got it.
Treating your clients like broke victims.
Oh, tell us more.
That is like the most, I don't understand. It's like a phenomena. I don't know, what the thought process is here, but the thing is, your ideal, if they're broke and they're coming to you and they're telling you that you're broke, then they're not your ideal client. And you don't need to downgrade your services just to work with them. It defeats the purpose. I would tell you to focus on your premium products, because it's easier to sell 9 $1,000 products and make $9,000 versus 2,200 pops might pay me next week. Different programs. You're going to make more money if you focus on the clients that are your ideal clients. So don't let that victim mentality, because then you'll become a victim to your clients, and then you're going to become a victim to your business, and then overall it's just messy. I wonder how many people.
Melanie is asking a great question. She's wondering where do you begin? If you have zero budget right now, you've never even given this a thought, can you give us like a minimum that we could start with? Well,
like I said, there's organic strategies, and as I know, that's planning and taking time to do it. You don't necessarily have to have a huge budget, but you need to have a plan. So, running Facebook ads, like you can put a little bit of budget into something and make stuff happen. But it's ultimately up to you at the end of the day how much you're going to put into that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a difference. Like a real estate agent, they have, their house, like what's the value of one house for them? You know what I mean? So how much should your marketing, it should be at least, between 2 to 5%, right? At the least.
Yeah. I don't know why am I hearing a number like 30% in my head, but that doesn't sound right either.
Not when you're first getting started. That wouldn't even be feasible.
30% of your income, you don't think, to get
not when you're first getting started.
Okay.
I would say, because you have organic, when you're first going to start, you're going to do things more organically, and you could throw in a mix, because you're not going to want to take all your money and throw it directly into Facebook or directly into paid advertising, because you're not going to know exactly what you're advertising. until you have a really super clear funnel and a really clear message. Okay.
Is organic, when you say organic, is that free?
Yeah. Organic is your blogs, your social media posting, your guest posting, your podcasting, your PR, your, all those different avenues that you could take.
Okay. So we already have another question. Debbie's wanting to know if you suggest a particular template to get started.
I'm gonna get there. Give me one moment. let me get to the first 2 slides, and we're gonna get right into it, guys. Anyway, it's not about the quantity of leads, but the quality of your leads. Like I said, you want to be dealing with people who can afford you. Basically, what I'm saying is don't waste your time and your breath, with clients that can't afford you. You need to focus on the bigger fish. The more you focus, the better off you're gonna be. And then get really, you guys, like I said, everybody's a different type of coach. Get really specific about your niche and about, what type of audience you want to attract. For example, Rhonda's audience is women in their 35 to maybe 45 plus range, and they are all coaches. 9 times out of 10 they're strengths-based coaches, but they all have the ideal of making money online, or trying to navigate their way into the coaching world. So she has a very strategic, niched out audience, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I would prefer to work just with women. I think that, I don't know, maybe I attract more women because I'm a woman. That could be it, but that's not who I target. I target any coaches. Like, I hate that word target, but that's who I'm trying to serve.
Right. But you attract women. So if I was going to sell something, I want to be selling it to men.
Okay.
Correct? All right. So you want to focus on your premium programs over your smaller digital assets. Okay?
Okay.
If you guys don't learn one thing today, I want you to remember this. Focus. Follow one course until successful. Okay, because it's easy. And the reason why I bring this up, because it's super easy to be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, this, that, and I'm going to sell this program, and I'm going to have this, that, all, and you're going to try to do it all at one time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Break it up and make it into tangible goals, because if you're trying to do everything at one time, you're definitely not going to get anything off the ground. And if you do get it off the ground, you're not going to be able to give it attention so that it can prosper and spring forward. So focus.
I think that's a big issue that we have, is that we try something once and it doesn't turn out to meet our expectations. Hello, maximizer. And then we switch and do something else, and that's not good.
Eventually what's going to happen is you're going to put money into this, then you're going to put money into that, then you can put money into this, you're going to put money into that. Next thing you know, you spent $15,000 for no reason and have nothing in return working for you. So keep it in mind. All right, so inbound marketing, you guys. I want to make sure that we understand just the basics before we get into the majority of the issue here. But how many of y'all have heard about inbound marketing? How many of y'all think that you're currently using inbound marketing?
I mean, I've heard the term, but I wouldn't have really been able to describe it the way you have on the slide.
Of course.
Yeah, Elisa is like probably speaking for all of us. She says, no idea what that even means.
Great. See, that's why it's kind of important for me. Like, let me see what everybody knows about inbound marketing here. But yeah, you could break it up into 4 different, can you guys see the top, this bar on the top here?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because I keep moving and it's driving me nuts. Like
the bar of the
like with the videos of you guys.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can move it.
No, you can't move it. I have to move it. I just moved it. It's just driving me a little crazy. That's all. Anyway, I'm gonna move it over here. Boom. All right. So there's inbound marketing is a method of attracting, engaging, and delighting people to grow a business that provides value and builds trust. Okay. So telling people to Telling people to build an inbound sales and marketing funnel is horrible advice. Who would agree with me? The question is why. So inbound is how you get traffic. All these different little bubbles that we have here, social commerce, online marketing, offline advertising, online advertising, PR, events and sales, referrals. These are all ways that you can generate traffic to your offers, correct? So inbound is how you convert visitors into leads. And it's how you nurture leads to buy. Okay. So why, like I said at the beginning, build an inbound sales and marketing funnel. And why is it horrible advice? Because unless you put in the effort to build a full funnel, you won't get the results you need to justify the investment in a profitable timeline. That makes sense? So you want to make sure that you are building out a complete funnel. So why your funnel isn't a full funnel? Because I know that, in the beginning I asked who all here, is working on something, or what are they building out at the moment? What type of courses? Everybody's trying to do something online. But why your funnel isn't a full funnel? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. So your goal of building a lead generating inbound program is to generate high quality leads consisting of sales opportunities that have a higher likelihood of closings, right? So in many cases, there is a gap between minimum inbound effort and what it takes to be successful with inbound. So I want to make sure that you guys understand the full inbound sales and marketing funnel. And I'm going to show you guys that. So the massive benefits you're likely missing out on is how to create your own effective funnel, which is what Rhonda just said. Rhonda, I think you messed up my speech a little bit here.
Sorry. But I have a question that Debbie's asking. She says she thinks you're saying that you need a plan beyond the lead of what you're doing with these people who raise their hand.
Exactly.
Okay.
So funnel means different things to different people. Mm-hmm. The word funnel is one of the most misunderstood words in marketing. Okay. People talk about the marketing funnels, the conversion funnels, the marketing pipelines and sales funnels, and all thinking they're talking about the same thing. Everyone assumes that their process of acquiring new leads or prospects and converting those leads into buyers is a funnel. So your process may be what you refer to as your funnel, but let's make one thing clear. Unless you have a full inbound sales marketing funnel like the one I'm going to show you, we're not talking about the same thing. Okay?
It's just incomplete.
Yes. So, as you guys can see from, what I have pictured here, these are all the different things for inbound marketing. These are all the different areas. And if you broke it all down, everybody could be an expert of every one of these little bubbles. So there's possibly a lot of confusing information out there about each one of these bubbles because everybody is a supposed expert in one area or another, right? So how do we use all of this, right? How do we take advantage of all of this internet assets, internet pie that we have going on here and bring it into our business, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rhonda's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, how?
It probably looks like a techie mess. techie, blah, blah mess. All right, so this is a sales funnel. I want to make sure we go through this just a little bit so you guys can understand. The sales funnel is a process, and it's a journey. It is the basics to how you're going to bring your traffic in and what they're going to see along the way, right? So as you can see at the top of the funnel, right, because you have everything starting to streamline into the funnel, right? So the top of the funnel is where people are getting to know you, right? Because I'm going to talk about KLT factor. You guys are probably going to hear that later on too. KLT factor, know, like, and trust. So at the top of the funnel, it's how they're getting to know you online. It's awareness. It's getting the word about who you are and what you do. It's generating traffic. It's building your brand recognition. Okay. And all that starts at the beginning level. SEO, social media, your pay per click, right? Those are all everywhere that you're generating traffic from. They all go into the top of your funnel as they're just getting to know you. So now, they've gotten to your website, they've gotten to know you, decided to click through to your call to action, right? And that brings you into the middle of your funnel, MOFU. Yeah, I don't know. I like to have tofu, MOFU, and BOFU. Everybody breaks it down. But once they get into the middle of your funnel, that means that they like you at this point. You can begin, it's permission granted. You can begin building a relationship. And that's, the great thing about this. But the thing is, how do you build a relationship with somebody while they're online without having to, be all in their face and call them and stuff? Well, you want to capture them as leads. And you want to, have marketing tactics in place that keep them, because what I mean by marketing tactics is that people don't purchase, they don't sign up for things always on the first go round with your website. Now, they might have to come back to it 2 or 3 times before they decide that they're going to do something, or before they decide that they're going to purchase. And you have to have tactics in place that's going to keep them there and then keep them to coming back to what you got going on. So
is there any number on the, I've heard how many touches that a person needs, in the sales process is as many as 12.
I had a really good, one of my mentors tell me it was 22.
I think it's probably lengthened online.
Yeah, every year it goes up. It goes up and it goes up and it goes up.
Debbie heard 28, she says.
Yeah. And, that's why, marketing tactics and making sure you have things in place to bring people back. So with the middle of the funnel, like I said, you're building that but you want to make sure that you are, you're making sure that your landing page is optimized, right? So that it reduces the amount of people who are coming and bouncing off your page, because you want to get people to come to your lead magnets, to your website, whatever is that you're sending people to. You want them to get there and you want them to be able to stay there and be comfortable there for a little bit. You want to keep tabs open on what you got going on the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you have to make sure that you're being of really high value for them to do that. So if you're getting a lot of traffic to your website and they're getting there and then they're like, oh, whatever, and they're bouncing, you're going to want to figure out why. Because otherwise your money is not working for you if your traffic is bouncing. And 9 times out of 10, they clicked from social media, they were interested, and once they got to the landing page, something didn't mesh for them, or something wasn't what they thought, or they got bored with it. So you want to make sure that you're watching that. Okay.
So let me ask a question before I ask Elisa's question, but I want to ask those of you who are here, how many of you, just yes or no, have a landing page? How many of you have at least the beginning of a funnel? I want to see a yes or a no. Okay, Elisa says yes. So she's also asking, how do you find out why?
Well,
Melanie has one.
The best way to find out why is to go, have people, I would say have a couple of people look through it who are not your friends and not anybody that you really know. Like, just ask a couple of people, like you can survey people and say, hey, what's up with this website? You know what I mean? What would stop you from wanting to be here? I would ask people who are your ideal audience. Okay.
Okay.
But ultimately you want to watch the data that you collect. And if you want to make sure that you have Google Analytics and your Facebook pixels installed, because then you're going to know the amount of traffic that you're getting on that page. Okay, so data, watching your data. It's just like even with social media and posting on social media, you want to watch your data. You want to watch the numbers. You want to see, you want to do that type of deep analysis, because that's what's going to keep your marketing, funnels alive. So then Another, the next line on there is for readers, your content, and content marketing is super important. Writing really good copy, keeping things, super simple and easy to read for your audience, making sure you're saying the right things on that page is super important. You want to, for your audience, what is the keywords that they use? What is the pain points? Here's a pro tip for you guys. You can go into any Facebook group that has your ideal audience in it and just simply ask questions. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you what their pain points are at that moment with whatever subject that you give them. People will answer. So collect the data. That way you can take, oh, I know that XY, Allison over here is having problems, starting her business due to lack of funding. The other lady down the road here, she's having no problem with her business for this. You'll be able to take that and turn that into copy for your landing pages is basically what I'm trying to say. So you can put on here, for business owners who are having problems getting financing for their business. And they're, you can break it down into, like, if you know that your audience is mainly women or mainly men, or do they have family, do they have children? You can break it all down into that copy on that page. Make sense?
Well, maybe. We have to think about it for a minute. But listen, Melanie's asking a great question. What is a Facebook pixel? That's going to go into this, that's going to be a tactic, right? To keep you in front of people. So tell us more about that.
All right. So a Facebook pixel is in your business manager. You have to have a business manager account with Facebook. And once you have that set up, a Facebook pixel basically tracks data of users that come from Facebook and land onto your landing page. So then you can go back on the ads manager, or when you get ready to run an ad, you can create an audience and you can target those people who came to that page on Facebook. So you're not wasting money just sending it out to everybody. You can talk directly to people who have shown interest, and you can once again retarget them and bring them back. Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand that, Melanie? So it's like they clicked on something of yours the first time. Mm-hmm. Facebook attaches a pixel to it so that the next time you put the ad in, it comes in front of their face again. And you guys are seeing this all day, every day on Facebook. If you look at something, I don't know, artificial intelligence now, if you say words, Facebook is going to show you something.
And it's not only that, you can also create lookalike audiences with the pixel so that you can, target people who are your audience and they're similar. So you can tell Facebook, I want people that, you give them a list of emails, or you say people who are similar to the people that landed on this page, right? So that Facebook can create a profile and search for these people that are similar to that. Mm-hmm. Make sense? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, Debbie is asking, how do you avoid click farm or recognize them versus real? I guess, what's a click farm? I've never heard that term. I've heard of clickbait, but not click farm.
Is it? I think
I'm not sure about your question, Debbie.
Probably people who are just clicking on, like, maybe bots. Is she talking about bots?
Yeah, robots, I'm sure, is what she's talking about. But she's asking, how do you recognize a bot but why would a bot click on your ad? That's what, I guess. I mean, unless.
Well, the thing is, it would have to come from a Facebook account if it was going to click on your ad on Facebook. So
she says it's when people are paid to click to elevate traffic. It's not a bot.
I don't know how you would avoid that, to be honest with you.
Why would anybody, the only thing I think is if somebody were to click on an ad, like a click farm would be to elevate traffic, it would be somebody trying to game the system.
Yeah, possibly.
And they're probably losing you money, I would think.
Right, they would, because then, that you'd be paying for those clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, website optimization, make sure for your leads, make sure your website is optimized for leads. And then prospect. once you have them into the middle of your funnel, you want to make sure that you have something set up for your prospects, your chat bots, your text message marketing, email marketing, however you're going to nurture your clients, because once they get there, they're getting into the bottom of your funnel. Okay. And that's where they have the trust, is they gave you their information. They're now, you know, they gave you an email, they're now chatbotting with you, they're now texting you, or however they're doing it, you know, but then now you have their trust. You want to nurture to convert those clients into sales at that point in your sales funnel. So you want to provide value, education, solutions, ask for the sale, because, you know, at this point, you know, they've liked, they've gotten there, they gave you your information, now you can sell them, right? And then provide consistency. Okay. And then after that, make sure that you're figuring out something for loyalty programs for customers. And because 9 times out of 10, they're going to turn into referrals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
or they're going to bring you more referrals.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to bring you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. What she said.
Yeah.
They're going to bring you referrals. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So funnels.
Okay. This hurts my eyes, y'all. Analytical number 32. Woo!
But remember, there's nothing to be scared. Nothing to be scary, you know, here. Or don't be scared of this.
Well, I'm not scared just because you're here, Delilah. I just want you to know.
So I'm going to show you guys 3 different types of funnels. Okay. There's 3 different, and these are the 3 essentials to marketing, you know, I was talking about in the beginning. And so here's number 1, the lead generation funnel. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. Can you see my mouse around?
Yes, I see it.
Cool. So it all starts here on the left with attract, right? So your emails, your Twitters, your Facebooks, your calls, however you're generating traffic, right? You're attracting people to a landing page. Now with the lead generation funnel, this is what's going to bring you people who are going to be interested in what you're doing. And this is an all-time proven funnel. So this is something that you can build out super fast using MailChimp or whatever, you know, landing page software you want to use. You can do that with this, okay? So once they get here on your landing page, right, you want to have, you know, different lead magnets. So there's 3 here. So there's a lead magnet for a PDF download, a lead magnet to a free video course, a lead magnet for a free DVD or whatever you want to give people once they get here. There's a lead magnet for that, because somewhere you know what, the best thing I would suggest is that you have at least 4 of these funnels, because 4 is 4 different chances to gain people's emails. So you can have 4 different lead magnets. And the reason why I say 4 is because I know 4 is usually the magic number when it comes to having something that's, you know, lucrative for throughout your campaign for the year, because you can schedule different times a year to throw these funnels out there, or, you know, to throw the different lead magnets out there for people to sign up, because you want to grow your list.
Hey, Delilah, I have a great question from Chad Ahern. He's saying he's getting confused between landing page versus home page of a website.
Okay, so your home page, so yeah, that makes sense. Your landing page is typically what holds your offer, right? Or your lead magnet or different things. The thing is, your home page is the home page to your website. Now, you can use your homepage as a landing page and put your offer on it. But the thing with sales funnels is that you're putting blinders on your customers to take action on you know, on taking course of what you want them to do. Whereas with a website, with a homepage, you're going to have your book, you're going to have you out riding motorcycle, there's going to be way more information on that page. And it doesn't keep the blinders on the focus of the action of what you want people to do, right? Which is, at the end of the day, download my stuff, give me your name and email, right? Get on a phone call with me, give me your name, email, let's get on a phone call, schedule a time, watch a video, wherever it is, that's what you want to be on this landing page. These are focused on customers taking action, or clients, potential prospects taking action to give you information and to get them into your funnel so that you can nurture them into leads. So you can add your opt-in on your homepage, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's super smart to do. But your landing page for this particular offer is structured. This whole thing, like for example, this is a lead generation funnel. So this whole funnel right here is only for lead generation. So you want it to be only that, converts people into, your clients.
Yeah, if I could just add this, that most of us start with a website because we're looking for credibility. At that point, we may put an offer, like we may put tabs that say, contact me. I offer group coaching. If you're interested in group coaching, click here. If you want a workshop, click here. If you want one-on-one coaching. So you'll list those as an offer. But your website really is more for presence. And maybe it's holding things like your blog. I'm thinking of my own. It holds my blog. It holds my video blogs, or my, the shows that I do. And people can it holds my calendar. So people can schedule an appointment. But a landing page, as you say, Delilah, is a separate page, and she's recommending 4 of them, which means 4 different freebies, but they're all leading to the same place, into your funnel. That's your way to get into, so you can then build that relationship.
Exactly. So from that landing page, you're going to, sequence them into, something that comes after a thank you page. And then, I like this one because it has a survey in it. And like I told you guys earlier, if you can survey people, then get it done, because that is the best data or, collection of information that you can get directly from your audience. So you can, send them the survey. But the most important part of this funnel here is the email sequence that comes after, and the, retargeting, keeping you top of mind after they have signed up for whatever you're going to give them, right? So as you can see here, there's a 1, 2, 3 email sequence that comes in after this, and it take all those pages, take them to it takes them to a survey page, and that survey page will hopefully upsell them into getting a session with you, because people are inquisitive and they want to answer questions. So I want to make sure I'm explaining this right. So after the thank you page, they're going to get all these emails, and hopefully they're going to go to take your survey. Because in that survey, you're going to be able to get to know your coaching client just a little bit better, and you're also going to get to know your audience, is what I'm saying. That makes sense, Aranda? And, it also qualifies your leads prior to them going and scheduling a time with you. So and that, people like doing surveys. They don't mind, filling out surveys. And then, you can hit them right in that after that survey. Like, okay, schedule your time. You can set it up so the survey says, okay, this is a quality lead. Hurry up and get them on my schedule, right? And it'll automatically give them for your schedule. After that, it leads them into another set of emails. What is their biggest challenge email? Why are you seeking a solution? How hard has it been to find a solution? Those are the type of emails you're going to want to create for after that sequence. Okay. So now they've gotten here, they did your survey, and now they're going to the sell, right? Which will be your coaching. Hopefully your coaching packages or whatever you're trying to sell them into. That's where you would lead them in. Cool? Everybody got this?
It looks complicated.
It does. The most complicated part, at least you have the structure here. The most complicated part is what are you going to do to fill in the blanks and what the copy is going to look like, and imagery and branding.
Okay, so you guys get that? She's giving you the whole plan right here, start to finish. Yeah?
Yep. So that's funnel 1. All right, you guys remember that you can go to my connect.delilahcordova.com and you're going to get these slides. So don't, if you didn't get a screenshot, don't worry. So the webinar funnel, these are my favorite kind of funnels. Because it helps you to sell high ticket items, and every step of this funnel is made to get people into your premium packages. It's not where you're just going to jump on the phone and get paid for that. You're going to get, these are for your retreats, your courses, your anything that's at least $500 or above. Okay, so this is
okay. So is it just me, or does it look the same as the one before?
It probably does, but it's different. It's different.
Okay.
All right. Now, this one starts again, like with what you're going to do to attract. The best thing for webinar funnels is Facebook advertising, because it'll help bring awareness of whatever topic you're going to be doing your webinar on. But Facebook advertising to your webinar, to whatever high-end sales that you're going to do afterward is always the best. One thing that's not pictured on here is throwing in, at least if you can get a phone number, throwing in a complimentary call, because 9 times out of 10, if you're going to sell high-ticket packages, you're going to want to jump on a call with them, because it's easier to sell somebody over the phone sometimes if they're still trying to kick the bucket or don't know or sitting on a fence or whatever it is that they're doing with regards to purchasing your high-end product. Okay.
Okay.
So this funnel begins, with your webinar registration page. All right. And usually people with a webinar, the usual thing to do is to have a video and a PDF webinar handout. 9 times out of 10 with webinar funnels, it's always best to make sure you have a video on every page. Like, hey, welcome, you're going to want to sit on this webinar, so on and so forth. You're going to want to have a video when you begin with your Facebook ad, and then on this page as well, and then on your thank you page. Thank you for signing up. People like that personal touch. And it converts more than without. It makes sense?
Mm.
So once they get into that, you'll have your email sequences or reminders of your webinar. Hopefully, the goal with this is that you do a webinar one time or maybe 2 or 3 times until you get it really perfect, and then you take that perfect webinar and you turn it into a replay, so that this will all work automatically for you and you're not having to do webinars all the time. So keep that in mind when you're creating this, that one day you're going to automate this process and you're not going to have to be so involved to do the webinar. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So once they got the webinar link, you put them into another email sequences, and then you'll have your presentation page, or however I like, when we're talking about webinars, Zoom, is a really good platform for webinars, but there's another one, I think it's GoToMeeting or something like that, but they have it so that once the webinar is done and you're offering people the replay, that when people come in and, on the replay, and they can still ask questions, and it seems like they're still in the real webinar when the webinar is not on anymore. And that's the kind of software you're going to want to use for this. Okay.
Who's ever done that? Who's had that experience where that it's sounding live, but it's really not live? That's what she's talking about. I've been on those. Mm-hmm. Another trick you'll see to know that that's the case is that you'll get ready to sign up, and they'll give you some times, to sign up, and one of them will be in like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how you know that it's probably a repeat.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So after that, you want to make sure that you're nurturing your leads after everything that you do. Just because they give you their name and their email, you always want to nurture the leads. So if you're the type of person that, I made this sales funnel and you didn't make it full, you're going to miss out on a lot because you don't have anything that comes after. Okay. So this, like before, I gave you the lead generation funnel. So you can make the lead gen funnel and then have it, those leads that come into this funnel are probably going to be the people you can line up for this webinar funnel, mm-hmm. right? That's why I placed it second. So after that, you want to put in your nurturing here after the webinar, and you'll nurture your audience here. I have 3 emails here, but you might need more depending on what you want to do. So, you have your post webinar, your cart closing, emails. Go back and, the best thing to do when you're doing a webinar, as I know everybody signed up for webinars that are probably similar to what they're selling, right? Don't delete all your emails from them. Keep that, because then you're going to see the sequence and the times of what they sent, how they did their emails out to you. You're going to be able to structure your emails, or model a little bit after what they have done. Okay. So keep that in mind, because they already figured it all out. You just got to do a little probing
right.
to look at exactly what emails came after. And then you're going to know, okay, so they sent this many emails after the replay, and I watched it last week. So they sent me about 8 emails over the last week. And then these are the type of emails they sent. The card is closing. We're on the sequence. The countdown is on. We're going to be shutting down the whole page, whatever it is that they have going on. You're going to see it all. And then, at the end of the day, this is ultimately for that high ticket sell. Okay. And webinar.
High ticket meaning a package, a retreat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your e-course, anything over $500.
Okay.
Okay. And $500 is still low, but
Yeah. We've seen a whole lot more than that in some cases. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. So awesome. We all got this. Rhonda, you got this. Does it still hurt? Does it hurt?
Yeah. Well, yes. Yes, it still hurts.
Hey, the great thing about this is that you guys have connect.delilahcordova.com. You guys can always come and get on my calendar and we can talk about this.
There you go.
All right. So we've done our lead generation. We've done our webinar. And now what do I do? How do I keep these people consistently in my funnel, are consistently engaged? What do I do next, right? Well, we throw them into our nurturing funnel, okay? And this is going to nurture our clients automatically without us having to worry about it, because it'll be all set up for us, right? So this funnel basically consists of engaging, right? So you're consistently sending out emails.
Now, these are people who have already bought into your freebie.
Mm-hmm.
They've already given you their email address, and now you're engaging them on something new or something else.
Exactly.
Got it.
And this is, part of that full funnel, that full complete funnel. This is part of that, what I'm trying to get to you guys today, or get across to you guys today. This is part of that, because it's complete, right? You mm-hmm. started at the beginning with your lead generation, and now you're at your nurturing funnel. And then, after this funnel, if they didn't convert to a buy, or they didn't convert to whatever you need to, you want to make sure that you're watching your email list. And if they're not opening, they're not responding back, blah, 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 whatever, take them off. Take them off that list, because you don't want that dead weight, okay? There's more people that you can bring into the top of that funnel and get them to here. Now, don't expect 100 people to run through this funnel and 100 people are going to come out at the end either, because that's not going to happen. All right. So
what are the numbers? Do you have percentages?
No, I'm just from
well,
experience.
I guess you really can't have them, because it depends on the quality of your leads.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And the quality of the funnel. So, I mean, the best funnels I've had, like, let's say, as for percentage, just to throw some numbers out there, you have 1,000 people come into your funnel, right? Once they get all the way down here to your $1,997 offer, right? That's your high ticket item. Once they get all the way down here, and how the realities of how many people are going to purchase might be about 10 out of 1,000.
Mm.
Okay. So you'll know those numbers once you start looking at your data. Say, okay, this funnel's been running. It's running pretty well. I get about 100 people on my $20 offer. From there, it breaks down to about maybe, 15 I mean, I said 100, then it went down probably about 50 at my 197. And then I got about 10 people on my $2,000 offer here, right? So the numbers are gonna dwindle down, but the whole goal is to bring people into the funnel as much as you can, so you can keep new fresh leads coming, new people are gaining, you're building audience and all those different things. All those people, you want to get them into your funnel. Makes sense?
It does.
Okay. And once you have a full, complete funnel like this, your life is going to be so much easier, because you're going to know that this is going to, sell at some point for you. It's going to get people into your schedule for you. It's going to do all those things for you. But, and you're going to be able to track and engage and collect data. And once you have that type of information, your business is going to be so much easier. Just starting out, you don't have data. You don't know too much. You don't know how your pages are going to look. But once it's running and you see what's happening, all you got to do from there is tweak and make it better. Tweak and make it better, So when all your emails that you're sending out will go into your lower end offers. That'll hopefully build them up into your higher end offer. Okay. And the reason you do this is so that you're getting sales, because remember, let me make a story here. I have a client. I'm not going to say his name. I have a client, and he had he had all these e-courses, right? E-courses for all you could see. He had books, he had audios, he had videos, he had so much. But the thing is, he had all these different things, but he didn't have them put together the right way so that they could be sold, right? So he fought me on it. Oh, I don't want to bring down the pricing. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But the thing is, once I set up the system so that he had a lower end offer and he had a high end offer and he had everything in between, guess what happened?
He sold a lot more.
He sold a lot more because when you create the system, those lower end little classes or whatever that he had, he was able to start selling them more consistently at the beginning, because they're getting a free offer and then they're getting up into the $20, $40. Well, his wasn't $20, probably like $50, $60. But you start generating little sales, you know what I mean? And that's consistent. That can be consistent revenue. And, because you can sell, the goal is to sell the premium packaging. Your funnel's goal is to sell the low price quality packages so that you can have capital, right, on the back end. That's what they call it. That's your revenue, right? Your assets. So you have multiple streams of revenue, right? So your goal is to sell the premium, but the thing is, the small little sales or whatever, that's going to run your business. That's what you're going to put your business on. Make sense?
Yeah, Chad is asking a great question. He wants to know, with so many avenues, where do we start? And I think that we start and go back to that first funnel.
Yeah.
With a freebie.
Right. Like I said, I just want to make sure they understand what this looks like, because this is a complete funnel. And the back end, so the $20 offer with the email sequences, the $197, basically you're upselling people into all these different offers. And I believe what you called it before, Rhonda, a quad funnel is probably what you.
That's how I've always called coaches that I've worked with before called it the quad.
Yeah.
So you go free, really low price point, mid-size price point, and then higher price point.
Right. And that's what this basically is, your nurturing funnel. Okay. All right. So let me go back. You want me to go back 2 slides, right?
Well, no, I want to answer his question.
Okay. What's his question again?
His question is, what are the 1 or 2 first most important steps to take? How do you start small?
Starting small, create one funnel at a time.
Got it.
Start with your lead generation funnel. because this is going to be, you got to start building your list at the end of the day, and building your lead generation funnels where you need to start. It's really super simple to do, and you're not selling anything crazy except for time with you at the end, correct?
Mm-hmm.
From there, once that is up and running, you can start doing the different funnels. Then you can bring in your webinar, because once this lead generation funnel is running, you don't have to worry about it. It should be doing everything automatically. Once you have the, the marketing strategy in place for the traffic and the attraction of your leads and all these different places, right? You're going to be filling in your funnel, and this should start working for you automatically. So then you can start focusing on the next and then the next. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So start there. So yeah. I wanted to talk about marketing strategy here.
He's asking, is it the products? Is it the email templates? Is it the surveys? He still doesn't know what, even within the lead generation funnel, what is the first step to take?
The lead generation funnel, the first step you want to take is making that page, that first landing page, and making the offer.
You have to create your freebie.
Yes.
Chad. So once that would be the first place to start. And then the second thing to do would be to create your landing page.
Yep.
And then you push it out and get people to land, sign in, get your freebie.
Right. But you want to make sure it's a complete process, and that you've thought about what's going to happen after they get your freebie. Because that's the whole point of this. You need a full funnel, right? For this to work.
Don't do it unless you have the full funnel. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, don't launch until it's all thought through. Because you don't have to do a survey. I just found that this is the best thing for new coaches, because you're collecting data up front, and it helps you in the long run for what you're trying to do.
Sure. So let me ask you, because Chad sent me some questions earlier. He says, as you start creating your list, is it appropriate to upload your LinkedIn contacts and their email? I'm thinking no, because there's the GDPR thing now, or what is it? Is that right? GDPR?
I would say that the best way is to go, if you have their information, because that's like a cold lead. And you can still do cold emails. But you want to be very careful doing it, because, a lot of people, if they didn't opt into something, then they're going to be like, oh, why are you in my inbox? But sometimes it can be very lucrative. There's some people that make a ton of money just sending cold emails to people. You know what I mean? You just want to make sure that you are careful with how you do it and structure it the right way.
Well, but if you've got anybody in your LinkedIn that's in Europe and you send them, you show up in their email box without permission, it could be a fine. Like literally, that's the whole thing that passed last May that had everybody all upset about.
Right.
You have to have permission. They have to opt in, because the reason, and think about this, go look at your spam file. Go look at your spam file, and that's illegal in Europe. Right. There are people out there sending you Viagra.
Well, I'm not telling you to, go and send, like I said, it depends. Cold emailing is very lucrative. That's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into GDPR and all this stuff, which everybody did.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you go look in your spam file, you'll see how much people are doing and where it shows up. People are filtering that stuff out.
Yeah. I would say if you're going to do LinkedIn leads, I would send them a message or do some type of relationship building campaign with those leads prior to sending them an email, or at least getting them to opt in first. So that way it's not a surprise. Like, oh, I know them on LinkedIn and now they're emailing me, Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, but you always want to give people the opportunity to, opt in. So there was another question, Rhonda?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. So now I can talk about marketing timelines. Marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Because none of this works without strategy and timelines and actual process for traffic. No, I did not. Sorry, guys. Bye. No, bye. Like, did you call me? Like, no, I did not call you. You want me to call you? Anyway, marketing timelines make it easy for you and others to see what all is going on for your marketing. I always suggest that if you're going to plan your content, that you do it by quarter. But the best way to plan content is to know what you're going to be marketing for the year. So I don't have mine up here, but I was going to reach because I had it up here earlier. The best way to do that is to take out your calendar, put it on your table, right, and look at your whole year. Now, if you have different lead magnets and you have different give me 1 second. Here you go.
Different opt-ins.
Yeah, sorry. If you have different, like I said earlier, it's best to have 4 of those nice little small funnels running so that you can place them on your calendar and you can plan out for the year, right? So February, I'm running this campaign. I'm going to use this lead magnet. I'm going to have it run for however many days. I'm going to do this special offer. You know, whatever you're planning out those events a year in advance, because it's easier to plug it into what you're doing. So you're not focused on all these different things. You're only to say, okay, it's February, it's Valentine's Day, I'm doing this offer, and you're going to already know what you want to do or what's planned. You know what I mean?
So guess what this means, you guys? It means you have to actually stop and work on your business, which means you have to get out of your business for a minute.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to want to look like, you know, you're going to want to look and plan these processes in advance, because there's no way around, you know, if you don't, it makes it hard, because then you're always struggling. What do I do next? What do I do next? What am I going to do next? What's this? What should I do? You know what I mean? And you're never going to be able to focus on any other part of your business, because you're not going to know what you're doing or what you want to do in the future or what you want to see. So you got to sit down and actually say, okay, this is my marketing plan. These are my sales funnels, and this is how they're going to roll out for the year. Okay. Now, you like to create an annual marketing timeline. So the first timeline you will need to create is your annual marketing time. I just told you all this, but I missed my slide. But why is a timeline like this so important? Because the timeline is the one that you will base every other marketing timeline after. Okay, so this is your home base of work that you have to do, and this is what's going to run for you. Okay. These slides go along with my ultimate planner, so it's talking about tabs and stuff here. Yeah, I think I covered that already. So some common categories to include is, you know, around making sure you're marketing around holidays, and you're, you know, because Christmas holidays come up at the end of the year. Who all had an offer for Christmas? Who all had an offer for Black Friday, before Black Friday?
Yeah, no.
Who all had events come up and they're last minute sitting there, oh, I'm going to be speaking here, but I haven't created content to tell my audience about it. And they're doing it last minute. You know, all those different things. That's why you're planning your sales campaigns in advance is important, because you're going to be able to put all that. I'm going to be speaking in Florida, you know, in March or whatever. Okay, plot it on my calendar. I can create content and I can plan around marketing around that. You know what I mean? So if it, you know, if they're reoccurring annually, you can automatically add them to your calendar for next year, and you can recreate this whole calendar for next year. So you don't have to, you know, beat a dead horse or something. You can have some of these campaigns that can be an annual type deal, especially if they're really profitable. And then another thing to remember is you're going to want to test out your different lead magnets at different times of the year. And you want to consider the emotional state of what your audience is in at, you know, during different parts of the year. For example, in summer, what mode are you in summer, right? In winter, what mode are you in at winter? What are you doing in the winter time? What type of purchases do you make in the winter time? You want to, you know, those buying habits, you know, those purchasing decisions, you know, like getting ready for New Year's. Everybody's like, oh, a new year, new you. And then they start, you know, making the purchases around that. Definitely My sales increase around December, I want to say. So, and, you know, like that really depends on the offer and how you're structuring it and making sure that it is seasonal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to consider all those different things. Oh, I missed my slide. All right. So all things come to an end, right, Rhonda?
Yes, ma'am.
So for a very limited time here, I'm offering you guys a business strategy session. Like I've said like 3 times, you know, connect.delilahcordova.com.
There you go.
And these are high touch sessions where we're going to go through, dig into your business, and I'm going to dig into your business with you and give you the opportunity to create a breakthrough in your business. Okay. I'm going to show you guys what type of funnels you might need, the basics. You can show me what you currently have going on, and I'm going to tell you guys how you can improve and, you know, those different assessments. And, you know, this isn't for anyone, okay? I don't want to just have anybody coming and knocking on my door, okay? I'm looking for really motivated go-getters who have committed to making this the moment. You know, this is the moment. This is when I'm going to change my business. I'm going to skyrocket what I'm doing. And they're ready to take their business to the next level, okay? Because when people are still stuck in scarcity mode, it's really difficult to work with them on their business because they're not ready to be working on their business. So let me just say that. This is for the 9-to-5ers who want to break free from corporate, right? And you know, become being the CEO of their own coaching business. It's for the busy stay-at-home mom or dad who want to find work-life balance. It's for the coach who has a certification or a ton of life experience and is ready to step out on their own purpose and start earning, you know, a profit from their dreams. I love to bring dreams to fruition in business, okay? So if this sounds like you, I really want you guys to take massive action and contact me, and let's sit down and discuss your marketing funnel together, okay?
Yeah, and if I can just add here, you guys, I have worked with Delilah. You can find a couple of the funnels that we have worked on out there that I use, and this is a steal. I'm just going to say it right here. Delilah, you charged me more than this.
Well, this is for that. Now, I gave him a complimentary business session. That's complimentary. Yes. But this right here is the pyramid of everything that I'm doing, and that's the strategic business planning group, okay? And that's where you're going to get the 6 weeks of coaching. It's not just one call. It's 6 weeks of coaching. You're going to get 2 of those one-on-one coaching sessions, so that I usually have people schedule them at the beginning.
Elisa just signed up. Good job, Elisa. Seriously, if you guys are ready to start your first one, like you've never done this before, you cannot find a better opportunity than to do it with Delilah at this ridiculous price. I'm sorry. It's crazy.
Right. And, you know, we're going to help you plan out your automated daily emails, your multi-channel social media. I have an editorial calendar called the Ultimate Planner. It's off the chain in how much it can do because I have it, you know, pre-coded. Like it has a project management section. It has so many different, you know, levels to it. But I'm going to teach you guys how to use that and how to implement it into your business as well. So for this program here, it's only $97. The 6-week program starts next week on the 27th. I've already got about, I want to say about 5 people already signed up. And I don't want a large group because it's hard to work one-on-one, you know, but I want to have, you know, at least 15, just a super small group. And I already have people in from the last coaching session that we did. So there's going to be people in there already working, and there's going to be camaraderie, that, you know, community and everything going on. So if you guys want to get into that, that's at coaching.marketingincharlotte.com. So any questions?
I'm just so amazed. My head may explode. I'm definitely going to have to watch the rerun. Somebody wants to know, Joni wants to know, if you miss classes, will there be recordings?
Yes.
And she also Debbie wants to know if you use something like Infusionsoft or is what you offer a competitor to that? She offers, Kajabi, but we're talking about using whatever you have, right, Delilah?
Yes. I work on all platforms.
Or any of that, right?
I work with all platforms, website platforms. Like I said, to me, like I said at the beginning, to me, it's HTML code on a page. You know what I mean? But if you don't have a sales system, that's something that we can discuss because it really depends on budget. Because you and I know that, like Infusionsoft is super expensive. Kajabi does have a cost. And then if you're doing ClickFunnels, that has a cost, but I'd have other options to where it's not super expensive, but it's feasible and you can get it done.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, but you can even work with a freebie in this class, like MailChimp.
Yes. You could do like MailChimp has landing pages, and they're free.
Yeah. It's also called Confusionsoft for a reason, I hear.
Yeah. But it's not a necessity. You don't have to have it. I have workarounds for that.
Yeah.
So if you have money and you're ready to spend money on, software like that, then definitely I can tell you guys what programs to use for that. And that's what I go over in those coaching calls. If you already have a system set up, I'm comfortable with that too. And if you're on the lower end and you don't have much money, at least you book a call and we can talk about it. At least what type of software you can use, because there's free options and there's and there's expensive options. I can tell you whichever one.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing too. In my personal experience, you cannot outsource this stuff until you at least wrap your head around it.
Yes.
So going through a 6-week slow, we're going to build this thing as we go with Delilah is like brilliant.
Yeah.
So then because listen, and I know that you love to coach. That's your lane. This is not even your lane, but you need to know and understand about it before you can farm it out.
Yeah.
So Elisa's asking about HubSpot. What do you need to know about that? She can work on any of them, Elisa.
HubSpot to me is more like a CRM. It's not really a place where you're going to want to build out for your landing pages. Okay. If you're going to do something like HubSpot, I don't see it as a feasible place for a marketing funnel, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, Debbie says she knows if you use a free system, you need to be sure you can move it over, convert it over to some of the more intricate systems as you get, as you move forward.
Exactly. And that's very, very true. That's very true, because as you grow, you're going to realize that, dang, I need more than what I have right now. I need the more features. I need this or that. With the systems I use, I can tell you how to do it with the free, and I can tell you how it's going to work. And, it works just as good as the paid, to be honest with you. But, paid is always best, and you're always going to get a little bit further with a paid option. So just remember that. But just getting started and you don't have much capital to invest in, definitely you got to get in where you fit in. And if it's a free option, don't worry about it. It's you got to start somewhere. Just have an exit plan once you grow too big.
There you go. Wow. So questions, you guys, because this has been such an amazing call, Delilah, and such great information that we need to know about, and it is, if any of you have your heads swirling around and you're feeling like you may want to have a panic attack right now, then you're in the absolute right place. Actually, that's just normal when you first get started on these things. So, Delilah, thank you so much for everything that you provide. You are such an amazing resource, and I am so grateful to all of the support you give to our community. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for coming. Thanks, Joni, and I got to see if I see Debbie, Elisa, everybody, who commented. I appreciate that. And, if you guys have anything that I should add or whatever, just send me a message, let me know, so that I can, get better at this too,
And go join her funnel over at connect.delilahcordova.com. And I put the link there in the chat box. You can just click it and go on over there. She has so many freebies. It's ridiculous. She's a content queen. And so with that, we will let you go. I'll get the replay out within 48 hours. So if you guys want to watch this, I do encourage you to watch it. She has offered her slide deck so you can actually get it in front of you and take a look. And it's such great guidance. So thank you, Delilah. So grateful.
No problem. Thanks everybody for coming through.
All right. With that, you guys, we will see you next time around. Have another webinar coming up next week on how to create a TED Talk. And if you want to know other events, just go to events.soar.com. Take a look over there, and I don't know if that, I may have to put the HTTPS on all that over there for you to actually click the link from the chat box. But if you are not part of SOAR, I sure would love to talk to you about that. And if you want to see an example of a very simple funnel that Delilah helped, actually she just created it for me. You can actually go to it's called soar.rhondaboyle.com, and you'll see where you'll get into my funnel, and it actually at the end of that gives you the option to just go to right directly to my calendar and schedule an appointment so that I can show you the SOAR platform, let you know what's going on and how that can work with you. So anyway, with that, I will let you go, and thank you, Delilah, and thanks everybody for joining, and we will see you the next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.